Long before the bright lights, championship belts, and pound-for-pound conversations, Jaron "Boots" Ennis carried himself like a fighter who expected greatness, not hoped for it, expected it. That's what has separated him from many of his peers throughout his rise in boxing.
So today, I woke up at 9 o'clock, came downstairs, made some cereal for breakfast, got myself ready. I stay motivated by my family.
This is another one here, the Mid-Atlantic. This one, when we work with the police officers, he won that. See his name right there. I trained all three of my sons. The other two were real good too, but when they got to a certain point, the girls, you know what I mean, and the streets, they all right now though, but I'm just saying they still can make it. They still got time though, because one was ranked number 3 in the IBF. That's my oldest son, Derek. And Farrell was ranked number 6 in the WBC. And he learned from his brother's mistakes. They both were brothers. He was right there too.
Watching my brothers train, get ready for the fights, and watching my dad spar and stuff was amazing. Like the atmosphere, especially when he was fighting in Philly, and I just seen the crowd, and I just loved all that. I'm not fighting without my dad, no matter what. So I'm always have my dad in my corner. He know what's best for me, so I listen to what he got to say, and I do it, and that's it.
While others spoke about future opportunities,
ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, lock the doors, and hide the boxing group chat because something absolutely wild is happening around Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Xander Zayas. And the deeper you look, the crazier this story gets.
You see that?
Yeah.
I had this for like 3 years. I need to get it redone.
Yeah. That's it.
Obviously, we got a full house today, haven't we?
You got Brian Jennings? Yeah.
Who else is here?
Andy Cruz, Brandon Pizarro, his brother Angel, DJ. You got DJ, you got Ismail. You know what I mean? Them the main ones.
I'm just excited to be fighting one, a guy that got 2 belts, a guy that's in the, one of the top in the division. I'm ready to shut everybody up.
Boots, what are we working on today?
I don't know, whatever my dad got going on. I don't know, we just go.
You just go?
You just go. Tape already an opponent. It's over. It's over. It's over. Them 2 belts come back home to Philly. We always do that. You see them jaws over there? Same way. Tape them up, cross them out. Because they getting crossed out. Fight night.
At first glance, it looks simple. 2 undefeated stars, 2 mountains of confidence, 1 massive fight. Easy, right? Wrong. Because fans are starting to wonder if this isn't just a boxing match at all. Allegedly, according to online speculation, this entire buildup feels like 2 completely different futures crashing into each other at full speed.
I'm expecting him to do what he always do, and I'm going to capitalize every mistake that he make, and I'm going to show him why I'm really like that, and he going to see the difference, his levels.
Boots can adapt to any style, any situation, you know what I mean? We don't have to work on nothing. I want to see Xander take Boots to another level. See, people still ain't see what really he can do. You know what I mean? He can box, he can move, but he like to rumble. That's why people come to pay to see him. He like to fight.
Fire, stop.
Oh, I like Xander. As a fighter, I like him. He's a good fighter, man. To me, he got a good jab. He can box, and he got this.
I feel like after this fight, I'm the man, in any division. So I feel like I'm taking over boxing, starting June 27th. You will hear the words in the new on June 27th.
Oh shit! Call the cops. I've been doing this for years. That shit be coming through.
And somebody's dream is about to get left on the canvas of public opinion. And here's where things get strange. Boots Ennis isn't talking like a man preparing for a difficult challenge. He's talking like somebody who already saw the ending credits months ago. Every interview, every statement, every prediction sounds less like confidence and more like a guy who believes he's walking into a movie where he already read the script. But wait.
I definitely feel great at this weight. You know, I'm way more comfortable. I can do what I want. June 27th, big knockout. The biggest knockout. Whatever he think he can do, I do way better. You can't jab better than me, you're not faster than me, you're not slicker than me, you're not stronger than me. Your defense not better than mine, like your footwork not better than mine. You know, it's levels. I'm the best in the world. What keep me driven every day is my family, my team, just staying locked in, and then, you know, pinning off my last name, taking my name to the next level, you know, because I want to just be generational, you know, and carry whoever behind me, carry the torch. When I got a fight coming up and it's a big name or something for a belt or something like this, that drives me every day, you know, because I know, like, this is what I've been waiting for all my life since I've been an amateur. You know, I always wanted to turn pro since I was like 15. 14, I hated the amateur, so and my dream and goal was when I was to turn pro, like, I would win every belt, every weight division that I'm at, and we starting it now, so I'm gonna make them dreams come true. 10 years time, me, a retired, undefeated legend, chilling in my mansion in Jamaica somewhere.
Because the moment people started saying Boots was unbeatable, another storyline quietly started growing in the shadows. Xander Zayas, the young champion, the smiling contender. The guy some fans think arrived too early, and others think arrived at exactly the right time. And trust me, that difference changes everything. Breaking news.
Although I feel like Xander might be a little bit too premature, you know what I mean? Because I know he's a champion, I know he's defended his title. He picked up another strap right after. Like, his mindset is like mature for his age, but I just think that, like, man, Boots may be a little bit too much for him at this point, just based on...
Well, fake breaking news for entertainment purposes. Reports from the Department of Boxing Drama suggest that every time someone counts Zayas out, his hype somehow gets stronger. How does that even work? One minute people are saying he's taking too much risk. The next minute they're saying maybe he's the one holding the winning lottery ticket. You see the problem? The narrative can't decide who the hunter is and who the prey is.
How do you see that fight going? Man, it's a tough fight, man. I got Boots. I just think that he's ultra talented. However, I mean, Xander could surprise him, man, you know? Look, I expect the best Boots version of himself. I expect the best Xander. Boots got more pop on his shots. Boots is, I think, he's more talented out of the two. Boots do have some. Boots does have some hope, but so does Xander, man. I mean, look, I think it's gonna boil down to who wants it most.
And that's where this gets juicy, because while everybody is focused on punches, belts, rankings, and predictions, fans are allegedly noticing something else entirely: the psychology, the vibes, the energy. Boots talks like the moment belongs to him. Zayas talks like he's coming to steal the moment.
It's gonna be a dogfight, man. Xander don't mind. He don't mind going toe to toe if he needs to. I know he's gonna probably try to box, but Boots is coming to get his ass, bro. He's coming to prove a point, and we should get a hell of a fight from that, bro.
Do you think experience might be the ultimate factor here? Because I know you said Boots just got to the division, but he's got more fights under his belt, and also Xander is younger.
Yeah.
Those are two completely different mindsets. One man believes destiny is waiting for him. The other man looks like he's planning a robbery in broad daylight. Metaphorically speaking, of course, and you won't believe what happened next. The more analysts started praising Boots, the more questions appeared. Not criticisms, questions, dangerous questions. Questions that make boxing fans stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m. Questions like, what happens when somebody finally refuses to be impressed?
Surprised that they're taking this chance with him a little early. If he wins, he's a megastar. Ennis is one of the best fighters in the sport today. This is a fight I think both of them need, but I think Ennis needed it more because Ennis is a little older. With Zayas, you had time to wait on this kind of risk. So credit to both guys for making it. Credit to DAZN for making it, for getting all these promoters together and making it.
What happens when the guy across the ring doesn't care about the highlight reels? What happens when confidence meets confidence? Suddenly the story changed. Suddenly people weren't discussing whether Boots could win. They were discussing whether this might be the first time in a long time that somebody genuinely believes they can walk through the storm. And then Tim Bradley entered the conversation and somehow made everything messier.
That it's done at this point, I think it serves Ennis better. In 2 years, it would have served Zayas better. So we'll see if Zayas can pull this off, because he becomes a major star if he does.
Whoever wins this fight, are they the best at 154, you think, or they have to go through from there?
I don't know. I don't know if they're the best at 154. It's certainly Pandora has to be considered, you know. But Zayas is, again, he's the most marketable guy right now in this hand.
Because he praised Boots, then praised Zayas, then warned about Boots, then warned about Zayas, then somehow left everybody more confused than before. Fans listening at home were probably looking at their screens like, wait, who are we supposed to pick? That's when the real conspiracy theory started.
He did. Xander need to make it somewhat rough, tough fight. You can't try to make it neat, because if you try to make it a neat fight and be too careful, Boots gonna beat you to the punch every time. He's gonna beat you to the punch, or he gonna always go first. So I think Xander just need to make it a dog fight. Boots, I think, need to go to that body, you know, and just do what he do. I mean, try to slow him down, break him up. I mean, for Xander gotta make it.
Not an actual conspiracy, but the kind boxing fans create every time a super fight approaches. The theory that maybe this fight isn't about talent. Maybe it isn't about power. Maybe it isn't even about skill. Maybe it's about timing. And if that sounds dramatic, just wait. Because Paulie Malignaggi came along and basically threw gasoline on the entire conversation. According to his perspective, the biggest mystery isn't whether Xander is good enough.
He might get hit with a clean shot to the head and eat it, like act like it's nothing. Where everybody else is like, whoa, what's that? Or might not even see it coming, like Lima. You know what I'm saying? And for Xander with Boots, it's gonna be the style. Boots got a way of approaching shit and adjusting on the fly, where you just stuck. You end up stuck looking at it. You know what I mean? So I think the style is what's gonna give Xander trouble, but I think the stubbornness of Xander could give Boots trouble.
It's whether he's early. Think about that. Not too weak, not too inexperienced. Just early. That's terrifying. Because being early is one of the cruelest plot twists in sports. Imagine having all the talent in the world, but showing up before the world is ready for your moment. Or worse, showing up before you're ready for your own moment. Suddenly, every prediction became a ticking clock. Suddenly, every compliment sounded like a warning. And then fans started noticing something even stranger. Boots keeps talking about levels. Levels, levels, levels. The word keeps appearing. The idea keeps appearing. He's essentially telling the boxing world that everybody thinks they're playing the same game when they're actually playing different versions of it. That's a bold statement. That's a dangerous statement. That's the kind of statement that sounds legendary if you're right, and gets replayed forever if you're wrong. Meanwhile, Zayas keeps quietly existing, like the plot twist nobody can fully explain. Every time somebody says he's not ready, another group of fans appears saying maybe that's exactly why he's dangerous. Maybe being underestimated is the weapon. Maybe being overlooked is the strategy. Maybe the biggest mistake everyone is making is assuming this story has already been written. And this is where it gets worse. Because Greg Hackett dropped an idea that completely changes the movie. He suggested that if Zayas wants to win, he might need to drag the fight somewhere uncomfortable, somewhere messy, somewhere unpredictable. Suddenly this isn't a clean boxing match anymore. In theory, it becomes chaos versus control. Adaptation versus stubbornness. Problem solving versus pressure. And if you're a drama fan, congratulations. You just hit the jackpot, because now there are about 12 different ways the story could end. Another fake breaking news interruption. Sources close to absolutely nobody are allegedly reporting that boxing fans have changed their prediction 17 times in the last week alone. Some are calling for a Boots masterclass. Others are predicting a shocking upset. A few brave souls are somehow predicting both at the same time. That's where we are now. Pure madness. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The more people talk about who wins, the less they talk about what happens after. Because what if this fight isn't the destination? What if it's the beginning? What if the winner leaves with more pressure than the loser? Think about it. If Boots wins, suddenly the expectations become ridiculous. People won't ask if he's great, they'll ask if he's historically great. If Zayas wins, forget superstar. The conversation instantly becomes something much bigger. The spotlight gets brighter, the expectations get heavier. the microscope gets larger. In other words, victory might be the easiest part of the whole experience. And now we're entering the final chapter of this bizarre story. The chapter where every prediction starts sounding suspiciously emotional. Some fans love Boots because he feels inevitable. Others love Zayas because he feels impossible. And those are not the same thing. One represents certainty, the other represents disruption. One represents what everyone expects, the other represents what nobody sees coming. And if you've watched boxing long enough, you already know which one creates the crazier headlines. But hold on, because there's one final twist. The twist hiding underneath everything. The twist nobody wants to admit. What if the entire debate has been wrong from the beginning? What if this fight isn't actually revealing who the better fighter is? What if it's revealing which story people wanted to believe all along? The story of the unstoppable champion? Or the story of the fearless challenger? Because sometimes the biggest battle doesn't happen in the ring. Sometimes it happens in the minds of the fans watching. And if that's true, then maybe Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas have already changed the sport before a single punch was thrown. Maybe the real winner isn't decided by judges. Maybe the real winner is the narrative that survives afterward. And if that's the case, then here's the question nobody can stop asking. Are we watching the rise of boxing's next untouchable superstar? Or are we seconds away from witnessing the upset that was hiding in plain sight the entire time?